casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
It really is rapping. Oh my god, no, I don't want to listen to rapping. Oh my god, didn't Brianna once fucking do a death metal scream?
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Let's go! Hit me, butterfly. You too, butterfly. Guiding the way to the afterlife. Opening the book without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey! Woo! Yeah!
They actually let the English voices do the work this time.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow?
Wait, which makes me think, is that actually... No, that had to be, like, the ultimate Lantern Rite cutscene. Oh, this is just an epilogue. Okay, so no, that was the end, and this is just an epilogue. Okay. Let's go see that dinner, then. Oh, I need to wait until between, 1924, was it? 1924. I might as well just go to the place first. It's right here, isn't it? Yeah. That was a very good cutscene. I love that they actually let the English voices do that. I know Brianna can sing. I didn't know much about Laura to know if she could sing. But apparently she can. Especially in that accent. I like it when they let the English talent do it. That's actually would be the suckiest thing for me if I get into this stuff and they're like, yeah, so we do let the English people sing? And it's like, huh? I can't do that. Did they say it next day? It's night. Try again.
Traveler,
There we
hurry!
go.
It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner!
Let us see this big meal.
Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinue Kiosk.
Yeah, no
It's the
shit,
place
we're already
with
in
a
there.
Really long wait list. Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. I never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
If I'm gonna say which one I prefer the most, though, I think I prefer the second Lantern Rite ending. Or maybe the first, because the first one had the best rendition of Weiwei's theme. I don't know, they're all really good.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I've become musically cultured.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Oh?
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try! See, someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba? Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be... Kuching? Ningguang? Or Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
Man, there's a few days ago, just nothing but words. Come on already. How big of a scene do you need to load?
Oh man.
As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Come on, let's go.
And I like how Zhao... Well,
It's
not
almost
Zhao didn't say
lantern, right?
anything.
Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
Zhao Li had to act like, no, I do not know this Zhao.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
But I have no money, you see.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yen Chao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
That doesn't matter. If an enemy falls down a bottomless pit, that's good, so they die. Do you think I care about material drops at this stage? I've not cared for a long time.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Don't let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I'm Snow.
We're old friends.
Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring up the food.
Yeah, I better put this on auto for a moment.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
We got one more missing seat.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
I mean, the fan don't like to say they're more than friends.
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Chang Yun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
Man, for once, the fame is on somebody else.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Chang Yun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Belated isn't the right word to use here.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
Oh man, I forget she does that. Takes me back to Pet Cemetery.
What's your true intention, then? A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float and embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
I'm curious about how she did it.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
At Wangshu Inn. Again. You're killing me with these emotes. It's like I'm playing Callisto Protocol again. Did I just die to some grotesque beast? I actually like games that let you edit the loading screen so you can look at something different. Why is it storming again? Why is it raining so much in Liyue? It actually was raining in Mondstadt twice last 2 times I was on the game.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
Dottery just come to the dinner. She invited you to a date. At this point, it's not Genshin Impact, it's Zhao's harem. Oh. You think I don't see these 1-second frames? I see you, Wacken.
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the Guardian Yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. One action, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Was he worried about his karma?
You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Just imagine you can go back going, wah! Just shoving the carrots in his mouth.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising?
You don't mess with a god, boy.
But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
You seem pretty quiet today. Is everything okay?
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
That's good to hear. Give everything you don't eat to Paimon. What the fuck? An old friend?
You should know him. He's...
Huh? The wind? Venti?
Seeds of story
Oh boy.
brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could it be?
It must be. Xiangling gonna be like, hello, we have never met before. Venti be like, yes, we have not.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
The door blast open, and the whole room is thrown.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, friends and new, happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
Wasn't it already sitting there?
This young lady
I swear it
here
was already
is as
sitting there.
bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in?
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Oh, the fuck is my face? Just like, ha, nice. I like how we're playing along with this joke. Looks like Zhao knows him too.
Yes, yes.
Of course Zhao knows him.
Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it is. I see.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
Oh my god. Two gods looking at each other, 100% do know each other, but are going under their different aliases, and being like, hello, friend.
And I'm his factory. Let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti.
Man, we
Not
need
to
an
brag,
A in
but our
here.
consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know.
I mean, Hu Tao, you're literally telling... You are literally telling somebody who also knows Zhongling very well what they already know about him.
From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise. Shao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, play along.
Huh? Oh, right!
This angle with that look of Lumine, she always has the best expressions.
Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything. Yeah.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice...
I was afraid about you. Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Oh, there's a difference. One's a god and one's not.
Changyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon, watch and learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liwa will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
Huh? But the music festival wasn't planned beforehand.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone,
Welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
Indeed.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Zhao.
What's with the urgency?
I ate too much. Could you come take a walk with me?
Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too.
You're still hungry, right?
Yeah?
Don't worry. We'll be back soon.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
It's like, don't leave Paimon here.
It seems like our new